Hi everyone, this is Selvi. Today's interview question is, what are the advantages of estimating the product backlog? We all know product backlog is a master backlog which has list of work items including high priority, medium priority, low priority, spike, technical depths, defects, nice to have functionalities. All those things are available in the product backlog. We use backlog refinement event to understand the work items, and at the end of the understanding, when we are completely clear with all the details of the work item, we get into the estimation activity. We estimate the work items based on different factors like what are the dependencies involved, risk involved, complexity of the work item, business value that is being provided by the work item, then the amount of work that is required. With all these factors, we come up with the estimation value. So now, what is the advantage of estimating this product backlog? Why we need to do it early and why it is first of all required? First advantage is, for the entire team, it is really helpful because we will be able to understand the work items that we are going to do it in the future. As I mentioned, estimation activity is performed in the backlog refinement event. So the first part of the backlog refinement event is all about understanding the requirement, getting complete clarity, clarifying the doubts. All those things will be happening. So this gives complete picture and the complete clarity of what we are going to work in the upcoming sprints. Once the team is getting complete clarity, then they are getting into the next level of estimating the work item. So when we say that we have estimated the work item, that means as a team that we are completely aware of what we are going to work, and we know that what is the business value that we are going to deliver out of that work item. So the first advantage is team is able to get the complete clarity of work items, what they are going to work in the future. The second advantage is product owner. Product owner is able to understand long-term predictions from the product backlog. What is the longer term predictions? For example, if the product backlog is available with so many number of work items, but none of the work items are estimated, suddenly management or someone is looking for detail from the product owner asking, hey, can you give me how much time the search functionality is going to take? All the user stories related to search functionality is available in the product backlog, but we have not estimated yet. Now, how product owner can give the approximate high-level estimate how much time it is going to take? He or she cannot give that because estimation is not done. What is the advantage of doing the estimation here? Longer term goals. Whatever the functionalities the team is going to work in the near future, in the upcoming days, those all predictions that can be made by the product owner on how much time it is going to take. Say for example, management is asking for search functionality, what is the timeline? Now it is very easy for the product owner to go to the product backlog because already we have estimated those things. Now just to go through that list, okay, these many stories are available. For these many stories, as a team that we have came up with the details like this is the timeline we need. So at high level we know, maybe during the sprint execution, at the time of sprint planning, or at the next level of discussion in the refinement, maybe we may come up with some more user stories, but that's not the issue. But here, at least at high level, for any functionality, any timeline is required, that detail can be very well taken from this product backlog because it is estimated. Now the second thing is, when we are looking for some patch release, okay, management is looking for some patch release with 2 to 3 functionalities in it. Now they want to know, can we include one more functionality in this patch or not? But for that we need some timeline, right? Because how many days it may take, and if you want to add this additional functionality, how much extra it is going to take. For all these things, estimation in the product backlog is very important. Now they are saying, hey, take that basic search and advanced search, let's see whether it is possible or not. But can you give me the estimate? Yes, I can give, because product backlog has been already estimated. So product owner can very well pull the details and share it. So this is the advantage for planning the longer term predictions or understanding the long term predictions in the product backlog level. Now the third advantage. This is something interesting. Again, it's for product owner. So product owner, to decide on certain priority decisions, in certain cases, this estimate is going to help. How priority and estimate is related, first of all? Generally, priority is something like what is the need of the particular requirement need by the customer or market need, or how well this solution or this requirement can solve the problem. Based on these things only, the priority will be set. So what is the relation between this estimate and the priority? Let's try to understand that. When we say estimate, for example, so let's take the search functionality itself. Search functionality is going to take 2 sprints time to implement. When we say 2 sprints time, automatically when time is involved, cost is also involved. So 2 sprints is equal to so and so cost. Similarly, let's take one more functionality which is of same advantage, which will give the same advantage like search functionality. Now a product owner needs to take a decision whether to go with search functionality or to go with filter functionality. Okay, let's take 2 functionalities. Now filter functionality is going to take only 1 sprint time for implementation. Now, to decide on the priority, search also is going to give the same business value, filter is also going to give the same business value, but search is going to take 2 sprints time. That means the cost involved is slightly higher than filter, because filter functionality is going to take only 1 sprint time. That means it is slightly going to take less cost. Now, to decide on this particular scenario, what is the priority that product owner should take, this estimate is going to help us. Because now let's not invest on search, let's invest on filter first. Because for this release or this first version, what we are going to share it to the customer, let's go with only filter and then we can take it up. Because the time as well the cost is getting reduced, because both are giving the same business value. Now we can go with only one. So for this decision making, what is helping us? Estimation is helping us, because estimation is going to tell us what is the cost involved, because we are able to understand how much time is required. So time and cost, that is provided by this estimation activity. So the advantage here is for product owner to decide on specific situations what is the priority, this estimation is helping. So 3 advantages we have seen in a nutshell. The first one is team understands the complete details of work items, what they are going to work in future with the help of estimation, because that is done in the backlog refinement event. The second one is product owner is able to visually see the long-term predictions. What are the long-term predictions in the product backlog with the help of this estimation? Third one is product owner is able to decide on the priority on certain situations based on this estimate values. Now we have seen all the advantages. The last one, I just want to give a quick note. We have a product backlog and we will be doing the backlog refinement activity. But the situation here is very important to consider is we should not overdo the refinement activity. When I say overdo, whenever a work item gets added into the product backlog, we should not immediately plan for a backlog refinement. No, it's not required. The reason is we have something called as product backlog health. We already discussed about this topic in detail in one of our episodes. we need to set what is the maximum product backlog health we can reach. For example, 90% to 100% means it's well and good, means we should stop there. If we are already with product backlog health of 97%, for example, we no need to overdo the backlog refinement activity, because what will happen? Why we calculate product backlog health? We want to ensure that we don't have any kind of complexities in the upcoming sprint plannings. We should not be in a situation, no, I don't have any refined work item in my product backlog for my upcoming sprint. That should not be the situation. That's the reason we are preparing ourselves to ensure that we have enough in our backlog that is in refined state, so that our upcoming sprints will not get disturbed. But what will happen if you overdo? When we overdo and keep on adding so many things, like keep on refining so many things, then our complete backlog will be in refined state, which may look good. But the catch here is, we work in agile mode. Situations may change. There are uncertainties. Some requirements may become invalid. What will happen that we have spent around 2 to 3 hours just in refining certain requirement, and that requirement becomes invalid. We are wasting our time. Our time had gone into waste. So now, how we can avoid that situation of wasting the time? We need to ensure that what are the priority work items, discuss with the product owner, pick up those work items, plan the refinement meeting, and prepare the team to ensure that they are having enough details about those work items, plan the estimation activity, and ensure your product backlog health is also within that boundary what we are setting. Do not entertain more work items to be refined. Backlog refinement is an ongoing activity. It is not like one time we do and after that we will not do for next 2 to 3 months. We are doing every sprint by sprint. We are allotting some hours for backlog refinement. The reason being, situations are changing, requirements are changing, use cases are changing. So we need to adapt to that situation. So when we say we need to adapt to that situation, we also need to make that event as an ongoing activity, not as one-time activity, prepare everything, estimate everything, but later it becomes waste because things are changing. So to avoid that, to avoid those time getting wasted, to avoid those whatever refined and estimated, those are not getting wasted, we need to ensure that it is an ongoing activity. And at the same time, we should know what are the things that we need to pick and do as part of the refinement. This product owner can help us with the help of priority. So for priority decisions and certain situations, to decide on priority, product owner will use this estimation factor as well. I think this would have helped in understanding about what are the advantages of product backlog estimation. Thank you everyone for listening. Happy learning and stay tuned.